Good morning. How is everybody doing? Let me shut down all the other things to make sure that we're good to go. I thought I would come on and do a bit of obviously the diversity challenge is Heal Scotland's monthly challenge. I had somebody come up to me in Troon and say how much the challenges have helped her, and intermittent fasting, which we know is a biggie, had really helped calm inflammation and clear up her skin. So it's so nice when you hear these stories, because how would I ever know if somebody didn't come and say so? That makes it all worthwhile. Sometimes you think you're screaming in the wind, but it just shows you that that people are being helped by this information that we're giving out. So diversity right now obviously is eating things, a variety of different things. I think there's so much conflicting nutritional advice out there that it can stall people literally into doing nothing. I'll turn this off. And having observed my aunt and my brother over the last few years, I can see that the body can heal itself without a lot of the stuff that we're saying is essential. But I think we know from the data, and we know from looking at history how we used to eat, and we also know that so many people now are sterile. People are having huge hormonal problems. The menopause can be incredibly difficult, as periods can be, and all these times where the hormones come into play, puberty, etc. It can be very, very challenging to understand that we're being inflicted by these diseases that are literally invented in the modern world. And so it's a fine balance between stressing yourself out about not eating all the things that you should, and what do you eat? What is the right food for you? So what I wanted to do this morning was just, let's actually get back to basics, because I tell you what we do know, the massive impact that stress has on our digestive system, on our microbiome, on our pH, on our intelligence, because we know when we go into fight or flight, the frontal lobe closes down, the body starts to displace the blood because we're going into the fight or flight mode. And that's not where we solve problems. That's where we run away or we fight. So it's really important to understand that. And so many people are running on their adrenals, which literally means you're driving your car, you're driving this body uphill in first gear all day, every day. So is it any wonder that people are tired? No, of course it isn't. Morning, Kaz. Yeah, I know. I'm very excited. I'm working on this layup right now. So when we start going, oh, should I eat this? Is this good? Is that good? We've turned a really completely natural and essential thing that we do, eating, into this minefield where, again, people are making lots of money telling you, eat this is good, this is great, this is what to do. I was a nutritionist. I am a nutritional healer. But I'm only interested in helping people get results. And what I can see clearly now is you're only going to get results if you're in a healthy community. Because if I take you out of your community for a week, a month, 3 months, the place where you got sick, and then I can help you for sure, but then put you back into your old environment, inevitably you will slip back into the old habits and the old ways of being. And that's not because you don't have any willpower. There's nothing wrong with you. It's because that's what we do as humans. We all like, we don't want to stand out. We like to be doing the same kind of things, eating the same kind of foods, going for dinner without being the biggest pain in the arse saying, I don't have this, I don't eat that, I don't have. So that was a wee bit mean there, but you know what it's like. I'm cook for people, and we get this whole list of things that people can't eat. So it becomes quite challenging to feed people en masse with so many different, and some are very relevant. People are very badly affected by certain foods now, but that's nothing to do with the foods. It's all to do with our digestive health. So, I loved Carolyn Macy's saying. She said, there's nothing worse than a vengeful vegetarian. So you can be eating all this great food, but if you're judgmental, nasty, gossiping, self-critical, bringing yourself down, oh, I shouldn't eat that, oh, should I eat that, what's right, what's wrong, da, 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 da. All of that is creating this cellular contraction. And the beautiful organic food that you just put in will get fermented with these digestive juices that are, because the body's saying there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem. And when we're saying there's a problem, whether we're doing it consciously or unconsciously, when we're saying there's a problem, the body is not expecting us to sit down and eat a 5-course meal. The body's thinking we're having to run away. So actually the opposite can happen. The bowels will be emptied, the urine will be emptied, the thinking, the logical problem solving will be switched off, simply because the body thinks we're having to run away or fight. So we're inadvertently going into that state all day. They reckon that most of us are living in that state 80% of the time. Now, I went on a heart coherence monitor on Sunday in Troon. I can't remember the girl's name. She was great. I used to have one that I put in my ear and I could wear. But as usual with all my gadgets, you forget about them, you move on to the next thing. And it's very much about actually going, you could see that I was in stress. Anybody that's been following me knows it's been a busy old time for me, crazy old time. And it's not going to get any easier for the next wee bit, I don't think. But anyway, I can then breathe 5 in, 5 out. I know the heart math stuff. But I'm sure like a lot of you know a lot of things, but you're not doing the things. And so I was breathing and I watched myself. And then I started thinking the night before, my 2 grandsons, one's 16 and one's 4 months old, were looking at each other and the baby was smiling. And I was just like, and as soon as I started thinking about that, I came out of the red and into the green. Now, how do we sustain the green? Because that's where the healing happens. And this is the big challenge, and I bang on about this all the time. Most of the people that come to me are young mums. And how can you stay out of stress when you've got a full-time job, young children, relationships, you're trying to be all the guilt and the crap that goes with parenting now. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to be this, you need to look like this. It's just simply not possible. Well, I've not found a way yet. We get dragged into drama and stories. And this, I believe, is going to be our biggest challenge when it comes to healing. Let me assure you, eating plain Scottish food helps the body to heal. I've watched it with my own 2 eyes over the last few years. And the biggest thing that we can have for helping not just us, but each other, is having strong communities. And what does that even mean? It means you're going to have to get off your arse and get out and start going to things or creating things yourself. And we know, we can see all over Scotland, there's amazing stuff happening at Barbara Neal event. I mean, a medical herbalist, that's, people were flocking to that. And people always said, why did you not go? And I said, because, see, to be honest, I've got enough information now. We can learn and do 1 million courses. Now it's time for action. I don't know if you've noticed the suffering that's out there. It is really, really shocking what we've allowed the governments and big tech and big pharma to do to us. But we're not victims in this. We are masters of this. And yeah, we were played as fools, for sure. And some people still not really seeing it because it's not their time to see it yet. But those of us who are seeing it and realise that change is not just necessary, it is essential, critically essential, because if we do not change, more and more people are going to fall foul of our corrupt, greedy, horrific, evil, is the only word you can use for it, systems. So if you think a politician's going to come along and wave a magic wand, well, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? We could all just sit back. But it's not. It's going to have to be for the people, by the people. And this is why we must collaborate, stop bringing each other down, even in that whole spiritual world. And I don't like them. No, 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 no. Pull your drawers up, rise above the chatter, and look at what we need to do, change the health picture. It is 100% essential now. I came out the post office in Ardrishaig yesterday and I saw a notice board outside with all the things that are going on in Ardrishaig, and we've got 2 halls down there. It's phenomenal. And I thought, I just actually felt really good reading it. I went to an amazing class with these balls that work on the myofascia. Fantastic classes like that going on, but people need to get out and support these things. And this is where we all play a part. We're setting up the Healing Centre in Skye. You can help me by buying raffle tickets, by sending people the link for the raffle tickets, creating the money. We have to take money out of health. It's just, as soon as money's there, it gets corrupted. There's an agenda. And we have to take the agenda out of that. And I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it, but that's what has to happen. So what I want to do with you this morning is just some letting go on what you are eating or not eating. And maybe you've not had time. The bottom line is, if you were starving, I don't know if you've seen the new Alive movie. The young Uruguayan guys that ended up in the high Himalaya and the Andes with no food for nearly 7 weeks. Now, do you think they would have been caring if it was a fermented, biodynamic, super, diverse sandwich you'd handed them? No, they wouldn't. They would have eaten anything. They did actually start to eat the dead bodies. We're in a luxury position right now. You say, oh, you should eat that, you should eat that, and you should have that. And it's just turned into a goon show, another way to make money. And they jump on the organic bandwagon, they jump on the honey bandwagon, they jump on what's the next thing? There's just another reason to make money out of our digestive systems and our addictions and our feelings of insecurity. Forget all that, because when the shit hits the fan, you're going to eat what's around you. And that's actually what we should be doing. What's in season? What can we grow? The topsoil, we know that's been destroyed. So you can have a carrot, a perfectly normal looking carrot with 30 to 40% of the nutrition it had 30 years ago, possibly sprayed with known carcinogens, and also been out the ground for maybe weeks. Who knows what they're doing? The only way we can really guarantee that the food is going to go in and the body's going to recognize it, because we are nature. We are nature. The body recognizes and can utilize without any hassle everything that it needs. Now, there's the healthy gut and there's the unhealthy gut, and they both need very different things and different attention. But let me assure you, company, love, care, all of these things are maybe even more important than the food. How we can survive as a species without stressing each other out. And I recognised this years ago. A young woman comes to me and I'm like, you need to change your diet. Immediately, you've got to put somebody in stress. They're up to here with stress. They've been told they're going to die, probably long before they thought they would. And then I come in with more stress. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. The stomach goes into contraction. The brain starts to shut down. It's overwhelmed. Now, I've seen this with my own 2 eyes. So what are we going to do? And this is why I'm so excited about this retreat I've got next week. Kaz is going to be there with me. We're doing a 3-day water fast. Fasting is free. And it is super healing. Super, super duper healing. And because guess what does the healing? Not you, not your conscious mind trying to figure everything out. The body, the innate intelligence within you. I'm putting together, this is a brand new retreat. I'm so excited about it because everything that I've been learning recently and all the technology, we are going to be, it's a perception shifter. You're going to completely change how you look at the body. This next week's completely full, but I'm going to do another one in Skye because I've already got people saying, can I come? And I'm like, sorry, but you can come to Skye. There's so much going on in Scotland than there is in England. Looking forward to moving home. Yeah. Yes, this is the thing. We need to take all this stress out of food. We have to. It is it's one of the most enjoyable, amazing things that you can do. But let's just get back to basics. Get the crap out. Make yourself mince and potatoes or a stew, soup. I'm a huge proponent of bone broth. I'm going to do a whole day on that in Skye. Bone broth is so healing for the gut. It's so easy to make. You can chuck all. It's a bit like juicing, but what's more like smoothies. You just put everything in. You never need to waste anything. Just get everything out your fridge, boil it all up with some bones, and you can have this really incredible, quick, cheap food. And also, I'm a big fan of the slow cooker, just putting things in and allowing them to cook over a long time, breaks everything down. Again, done that already this morning, just chuck tons of veggies in with the mince, and that'll be there all day and it'll be hot when I come home. So there's simple ways to do it. Don't fast yourself, as they say. But anyway, I came on to do some letting go with you and I went away in a rant, as I always do. We need to take the stress out of our lives and out of our guts. And all these concepts and labels around food are not helping most people that I know. People get stalled into inaction. And what works for you will not work for somebody else. There is absolutely no one size fits all. One person's medicine can be other person's poison. And there's lots of different ways that you can learn what's going to help you. But your body already knows. And we're going to be checking in because we just don't trust, do we? Who do you trust? I believe them, I don't believe them. When in actual fact, your body will absolutely tell you once you're clean and clear enough to hear, asking the right questions and hearing the right reply. Because if you've got an addiction to food, which most of us have our addictions, I'm off the coffee this week and I'm off my coffee. I don't really drink that much of it, but that's my morning ritual. It's like, oh no, you're not having that now. And I'm like, It's ridiculous what we hang on to. But anyway, whatever it is, whether it's sugar, whether it's processed rubbish, as Giovanna had a brilliant talk on Sunday talking about, they've just snuck sugar into everything. We don't even realise the amount of sugar we're getting. And if your gut is very compromised, that does not heal the disease, it feeds it. So anyway, let's do some letting go. So tapping is obviously brilliant for food issues because you can, and I'll do a wee bit of that after we've done some letting go. So I want you just to take your attention into your gut and feel what's there. What is there in this moment? What can you feel? Are there any sensations? So come up above your belly button and then below your belly button. And can you feel anything there? And just for now, can you just allow whatever's there to be there? Just observe, allow, and then just welcome all the wee critters and everything that's in there. Maybe it's a stagnant pond right now. Maybe it's a delicious rainforest. Whatever it is, it's all good in the hood. So welcome all the sights, sounds and sensations and then just let it go. Set it free. And welcome any wishing the belly or the body was different. If only it was a wee bit different, I'd be happier. Welcome all of that claptrap. And then just let it go. And welcome all judgment and shoulding on yourself. I should eat this, I should eat that, I shouldn't eat this, shouldn't. All the shoulds and shouldn'ts. Welcome all of that. Put your hands on your gut. Talk to this incredible center. Welcome everything and then just let it go. And welcome all wanting control or feeling out of control. And just let it go. And welcome any wanting security or feeling insecure. And just let it go. And welcome any wanting approval from yourself or approval from others. Welcome all of that and just let it go. And welcome any wanting separation or feeling cut off and separate. And just let it go. And welcome all wanting oneness, wanting just to be at one. And just let it all go. Let everything go. Lie high. And then just tap round. Even although I don't know what to eat sometimes, and even although I get confused with all the information and all the conflicting opinions, and even although I don't have access to organic food, and maybe I can't afford to buy all the stuff that I know is good for me, or maybe I don't know what's good for me because I'm so confused by everything that I'm told. I've tried things that haven't worked. I don't know what works. All of that. And stressing myself out, thinking I don't have any willpower. I don't understand. But even although I've been having all these stories in my head, I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. Even although sometimes I'm not sure what to eat. And even although sometimes I eat things I know I shouldn't. I know what to do, but I don't do it. Because I'm human. And even although I'm going through a lot of stress, I'm maybe not aware that I'm in the fight or flight state. And I know that this inhibits my digestion and the body's ability to heal. But I deeply and completely love, trust, and accept myself. And I'm now open to letting go of all contraction and stress. I allow myself to expand and ease and release outdated, limiting beliefs and information. Keep breathing. I'm letting go of worrying about everything just for now. Just for 1 wee second. I allow myself to be free. I am expanding. My vibration is increasing. The light is flowing. And I'm letting go of the concepts and labels that no longer serve me. I am peace and I am love. Okay. So get back into that belly area. See how it feels now. That can digest your breakfast in peace. Okay. So yeah, if you can't kind of work out what all the things that you should be eating, I would just be eating nettle seeds and brambles right now. Great diversity. Eat them straight off the bush. All the little microbes in there. And just look what's in season. Do what you can. Do the best that you can. Maybe you can't afford the best types of meat, game, fish, etc. Do what you can and stick some veggies in there. Maybe you can't get organic. It doesn't matter. Soak them in apple cider vinegar and put the things into your stews and your soups. Find a way to make it easy so that you can go to work or go into your day going, because this is going to be the most important thing that we can do for our health, is staying in the calm, restoration, repair and restore phase. That's where we're most intelligent. So if you lose the rag at somebody, your body gets the stress hormones and you're affecting other people's zen. Now, I'm not saying don't ever get angry, because I get very angry sometimes, but at the state more than anything. So the divide and conquer strategy, I said it to somebody yesterday, they're going on about benefits. I'm like, that's what they want. They want us looking at each other going, you get this and you get that and I don't get this and you're better off. All that stuff, you can probably even feel the minute I start to talk about that, your stomach will start to go into a knot. And we want the knot. We not. So just welcome it and let it go. And just being very aware when you're going into that state. Fight if you hear yourself bringing somebody else down, the blame, shame, complain. These are very low frequencies and we all do it. But it's now catching ourselves on and looking at the big picture, transforming the health of this nation. And that then everything's going to work better if we stop judging each other and bringing each other down and really think everybody's struggling right now. We need each other more than ever. And it's really time for us, the ones that are awake and getting it, to move out of that energy. People copy you, people take your stuff. Who cares? Does it matter? Are they helping others? Probably. Let them do that. Move on, move up and move out, and don't be bringing others down, because your digestive system and your microbiome are getting affected if you do. So if that's not a great reason, I don't know what is. Anyway, enough from me. Have a wonderful day and keep on. Oh no, do you know what I was going to do before I finished? The 478 Such a brilliant tool. I've been using it a lot myself. In for 4, hold for 7, out for 8, with the tongue on the gum above the teeth. Let's do it. Breathe in, hold, and out. And in, hold, and out. And in, hold, and out. And in, hold, and out. So that's another great one. If you feel the knot, feel you're going down into the lower frequency energies, do that. It takes 1 minute. Anyway, have a great one.